Hey, I'm starting a public Discord server for you guys. I'll occasionally hang out there if you want to ask me questions or get mad over my Aquamarine video. And you can send WaveX challenges if you want, because I'll play them on stream for video, I think, sometime in the next week. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. I've mentioned before that way back after Yatagarasu was verified, so this was probably 2017, my favorite upcoming top 1 at the time was Blade of Justice, which at that time was a Blue Manix level set to be the hardest level in the game. You know, back when that didn't happen very often. Sure, Bloodlust was kind of a thing back then, but it was much farther into the future, and I had set my eyes on Blade of Justice because it was a much more original concept and sword equals cool level, and the decoration was outstanding for a 2.0 level. I mean, I was mostly judging off decoration, because there's no way I'd be able to play it. So after about a year of verifier passing it to the next verifier, Rico LP was I think the 8th verifier, and he was making decent progress on the level, getting records like 34% and 63 to 100, before later finally 56% before taking a break from the level, and then Manix pretty much commissioning it to be nerfed so it could just get verified already. And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't even placed in the top 20. So that's kind of an oof, I guess. So what does this have to do with Edge of Destiny? Well, Edge of Destiny has the unnerfed gameplay, basically a harder version of Blade of Justice, which was nerfed to be like Bloodbath difficulty, when today, unnerfed Blade of Justice would place probably in the top 10, considering that's where Edge of Destiny is aimed to place. I'm not sure exactly if Edge of Destiny is the exact same gameplay as the unnerfed Blade of Justice. It might be slightly different, but I'm not sure. The reason why I love Edge of Destiny outside of the groundbreaking quality and decoration is that it completes Blade of Justice's legacy. This is what makes a good remake in my opinion, restoring or truly improving a level that needed it, not just remaking some random top 1 that was perfectly fine. Like, I'd say Tartarus, for example, doesn't need a remake. It served its purpose perfectly of being a 1.9 theme top 1. The only thing a remake of Tartarus could really do is have a bit of fun with the idea of having it be created with 2.1 features. Blade of Justice, on the other hand, was meant to be top 1 before its nerf. So seeing the unnerfed / buffed version of a with double S tier decoration really shows it's gone full circle. So now, let's talk about the actual decoration. Well, while every part is outstanding, the most notable parts, at least for me, are the first ship and Kulik's part, or 2 parts I guess. The quality of the decoration is just flawless, and it's themed after what Blade of Justice was themed, mythical sword thing where there's electric stuff. But it also adds onto that with a lot of space sort of theming into it, which I think really fits the level. Blade of Justice was outstanding for its time. Edge of Destiny is the same, but for modern day standards, it's outstanding. I mean, this was made in Geometry Dash, a cube game where you jump over spikes that have broken hitboxes. If you had shown me Edge of Destiny back when Blade of Justice was still a thing, I would have thought that you made it in Photoshop or something. It's really insane to think that both Blade of Justice and Edge of Destiny were created in the same update. Although Blade of Justice was mostly created in 2.0, but it was released in 2.1. Damn it, RobTob. I mean, this is some of the best decoration I've ever seen in a Geometry Dash level. Especially because it's actually aimed towards being, you know, reminiscent of Blade of Justice, and having that space theme added to it, as opposed to just being like aimlessly good decoration. The atmosphere of the level is great itself, but what the decoration does is capture the same atmosphere from Blade of Justice and take it to the next level, basically how Blade of Justice would be done today. And also, the end screen, just wow. I mean, I don't really have to say anything here, it pretty much speaks for itself. It's amazing. In terms of gameplay and song choice, I can't really judge because this is a remake, and I say the song is great. And while I can't really speak for the gameplay, I've played Blade of Justice a little bit and I thought it was pretty decent, so I'm assuming it's the same for Edge of Destiny, but it could also just be hell to play, I don't really know. So now let's talk about originality. In my opinion, I think originality as a part of making a level is very important, and I think it's not really thought of enough. While unoriginal levels can be still good, it just takes a lot more quality of decoration and gameplay to compensate for that. And also, if you're going to go for something like the Hell theme, you really gotta bank on nostalgia. The only Hell theme level I really actually am excited about that's upcoming is probably the Apocalyptic Trilogy. I mean, Hell theme can be good, you just gotta do something more with it. So the theming around this level is very original. I mean, it's got some space theme, and it's got a lot of same atmosphere Blade of Justice sort of thing as, you know, Blade of Justice. I haven't really seen very many Blade of Justice clones, it's pretty much just a one-of-a-kind sort of thing. Although, I guess the closest thing we would have is that Edge of the Blade thing, which isn't really even close to Blade of Justice, but that's the closest thing I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, sure, Space Theme has been done before, but I think this level does it really well. Again, I'll just point to Collick's part. I also like that they went through the effort to redo and redecorate sort of bits and pieces and improve parts of the level to make it look even better. And I think it's great to see a remake of a level that wasn't actually top 1 get so much attention. I mean, to be fair, both XN and FMN04 showcased it, so. Overall, I don't really have anything to criticize about the level. Although a couple of things could have been even better, but these are completely unrealistic things and completely out of the creator's control. This is mostly just extreme nitpick. And I don't actually want them implemented into the level because it's kind of just unrealistic. If the level was the full length of the song, that would be cool. I'm not saying that it should be, I'm just saying that's the only thing that I could possibly think of to improve the level. But now that I think about it more, it doesn't really make as much sense because it's trying to very much capture Unnerfed Blade of Justice as opposed to a remake of it. I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to the idea, but I don't think it should actually happen considering that it took this much time just to get a 2-minute level out of this. Let's not just, you know, double the length. Plus, it would absolutely destroy everyone's computers. And if it was top 1, that would also be cool. I don't actually want the gameplay to be changed in any way in terms of difficulty. I do understand that the game is just ridiculously hard now, that making a top 1 is much easier said than done. I mean, Abyss of Darkness is top 1 right now, and Silent Collapse's about to be verified, so it better be harder than those 2 levels, which is just not going to happen, and I don't think it should with this level, because it kind of ruins it. But yeah, this level's pretty much perfect in most ways. I still like Ascension to Heaven a tiny bit better, not because the decoration or any part of this level fails in any way, but because I like Ascension to Heaven's song better, I guess. That's pure personal bias, though. The 2 levels are both terrific, and I can't wait to see EOD verified in the near future. That's weird to pronounce. Edge of Destiny is just better. And Ascension to Heaven verified in upcoming years. So yeah, that's why I think EOD is a perfect remake and a great level itself. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Why? I don't know, because why not? And if you want to, you can join my Discord server, link below, and I'll see you on the next one.